Hello, this is Brian J. signing on, and the fight's over, and it was a great fight, very great fight, very technical fight. There was a lot of close moments. There were many close rounds. I gave Valentina the first two rounds, and I gave her the last two rounds. I thought Santos clearly won round three. You could probably give Santos round one, but I thought Valentina won 4 rounds. I agree with the judge that had it 4 rounds. A lot of people were booing and thought that was a bad judge's scorecard. But Santos was getting the takedown. She had the control, but she wasn't landing any real strikes. In comparison to Valentina, I mean, Valentina landed like maybe 70 strikes in the first 2 rounds. So, she was way more active. I think she did more work in the first 2 rounds. And she clearly won round 4 because she was controlling the feet. When it was on the feet, she was landing more strikes and she was in control. Santos got a takedown in the last 10 seconds, last 20 seconds of the round, but it wasn't enough to win the round. And Valentina got a takedown in round 5, and she was in full control of round 5, and she landed more strikes. She had top position, and she was landing way more strikes in the last 3 minutes of the round. So, yeah, I think this is a Valentina fight. I think a lot of people feel that she lost because she looked vulnerable. She lost 2 rounds in the fight, and so people think she lost, and people think Santos got robbed, but that's how dominant Valentina has been. She's been so dominant that when she looks vulnerable or looks flawed, people think she lost, and that's just not the case. She found somebody who was her match, especially on the ground. Talia Santos is big, she's strong, and she knows how to defend against Valentina's takedowns. She did a lot of training on the mat. She watched a lot of tape on Valentina, shows exactly what she's going to do, and she was able to defend really well, just like Amanda Nunes. And Santos is big. I'm not saying Santos can compete at bantamweight against Nunes, but she's big. Like, she's strong. She looked like she was at 135, 136, in the octagon. So, and Valentina was at 130. So, but it was a great fight. It was competitive, and Talia Santos did what I thought she would do. I was telling people, don't underestimate Talia Santos, and yeah. It was a great fight. So congratulations to Talia Santos for proving the doubters wrong. And congratulations to Valentina Shevchenko for defending her title. She is now defending her world title 7 times. She broke Ronda Rousey's defense record, and it is hard going 7-0 as a UFC champion. Like, yeah, women's flyweight isn't packed, but in fact, above 115 pounds, women's divisions are not that packed, but if you keep going, eventually someone's gonna find you. Even Chris Cyborg, women's featherweight is historically a terrible division, but Chris Cyborg, she finally found that one fighter that could knock her out, which is Amanda Nunes. And Amanda Nunes at 135, she finally found that one fighter that was gonna gas her out, that was gonna punish that gas tank and then beat the hell out of her and submit her. But yeah, man. Valentina, she finally met her match at 125. She's probably going to fight Juliana Pena at 135. I think it's going to be her next fight. If Juliana Pena gets past Amanda Nunes, but Valentina got to get surgery on her foot. That's the other thing, too. She came into the fight with a foot injury, and she still did all that work, She still dug deep and won the last 2 rounds with a foot injury. So, it'd be interesting to see her be 100%. But Valentina's been getting a lot of injuries, and, she's 34 years old. She's going to be 35. She's getting on up there, 36, 35, 36, 37. That's when you really start, really aging, and you're basically past your prime. Like, Valentina is now getting past her prime, and she's having a lot more injuries now. So, in the next 3 years, 2-3 years, she might be retired. We'll never know at this point, but we'll see. Anyways, this is my thoughts on the fight. This was a great fight. And this is Brian J. signing off for now. Shout out to the LDMMAC.